Welcome to a Sweetie Cakes and Pies production, coming to you from Atlanta, Georgia. We were tired of shoveling snow and our dead-end jobs, so we picked up everything and moved south. Our new life is great. We have each other, family, and most importantly, cake. Grab a fork and join us on our sweet adventure.
My name's Dan. I just changed my shirt to indicate that this has been filmed on a different day, but it's not true.
Hi, I'm Terry. Sweetie Cakes and Pies is my baby. The cello cake is really interesting. It's not just a cello cake, it's the cello roller skating cake. This was for one of Dan's friends' child, and he loves to roller skate and he plays the cello. So they wanted those two things incorporated seamlessly on the cake somehow. So that was a bit of a challenge, but I think we came up with a nice design.
Those two themes are kind of hard to put together, so basically just had a big hunk of cake with a roller skate made out of Rice Krispie cereal treat, and a cello made out of cereal treat. And they both turned out pretty good. I am evening out Terry's mess. No, I'm just kidding. Just trying to get the top and sides as straight as possible. Then we'll put it back in the fridge to get the buttercream to set. And that way it'll be a little bit cleaner on the fondant when I lay it on there, hopefully. You never can tell. Nothing seems to ever go as you think it will with cake. The Rice Krispie treat was, on this cake, didn't want to hold together very well. I think I used maybe too much margarine when I was mixing it together. So that was one thing that we had to overcome, but then we put royal icing over it, which we thought would dry like a rock, but it never really did. So then we put buttercream over that, and then fondant over all that. So that ended up taking shape pretty nicely, because Terry was in charge of that stuff. I was in charge of the part that fell apart.
There weren't any challenges for me because I said, hey, I am walking out the door to go to my other brother's house and visit him while they were making this cake, so I didn't have to do anything.
So it's delivery day and I had to put the cake together, and I overslept because this cake together before I went to bed, but I just kind of dawdled, and we went in the hot tub and watched TV, and I was like, oh, I'll do it in the morning, and now it's morning and I overslept. But I have 3 solid hours to get it together, so I think I can.
I think that the biggest challenge of this cake was probably the delivery. We're in Atlanta now. It's hot and humid. We've come from Ithaca, New York, which most of the year is freezing. And I never had any problem with cakes melting because our kitchen was always cold, outside was always cold. I just didn't have those issues. But here in the heat, we took that cake outside. Even though we cooled the car off, it just got really, really soft, and the top cake started to shift a little in transportation. If you looked closely, you could have seen a crack, but I don't think anyone else but me would have noticed. Maybe Dan. So the cake is all finished. You know, we somehow got it together with the two, unlike themes, the roller skating and the cello. And I'm really, really happy with the way that the cello and the roller skate turned out. I think that they're really cute, and I hope that the birthday boy likes it.
The kids really seemed to like the cake, and Chris's mom texted me later to say that Chris really loved the cake, and especially the way it tasted, and wanted to know if Terry could also do amazing things with lemon-flavored cake. And I said yes, even though Terry's never made a lemon-flavored cake, but she does do good stuff with fruits. So.
And how do you feel about Terry not being cast on Cake Boss?
that was quite a blow, because it's not just Terry that had, you know, dreams pinned to this thing. I did too, like, because I know she would have needed my help, and I'm looking for work at this point, so that would have been like hitting the lottery. That would have been really cool, but hey, there's always other shows, and there's always next year on that show, so don't count her out yet.
That was sad. I felt bad for her, and I feel like Cake Boss is missing somebody really good, because I think she had a really good cake, and she was really inventive with her cake, and I know that she would have been a good person on the Cake Boss show.
I actually found out that I wasn't cast right before we had to start working on this cake, and I did it anyways, even though I was kind of down in the dumps. So, I don't know, it's just really hard because I just feel like I don't have a lot going for me right now. I lost my job in Ithaca, so that's why we moved here. And I was just really hoping that the timing was all right, and, you know, maybe karma would have been on my side, and I could have gotten a break, and it just would have been a life-changing experience for us, not just me. So I'm a little let down and disappointed, but it's not going to stop me. I'm still going to keep making cakes. I'm going to have to really look for a job in the meantime, but there's next year. I'll be back.